is Top Heights Electricals and Electricians, and today we are talking about this important subject, which is solar. The question is, should I go solar? And I don't know about you, but indeed, going solar is such an important subject or an important topic that we really need to discuss, and we are doing it today. We are talking about going solar, and it is an important point or an important when it comes definitely to our energy needs. So thank you so much for joining in. We'll dive directly into it. I have a solar panel here, and this technology is very, very latest, or it is a current technology. This technology is what we refer to as a monocrystalline solar panel, meaning the cells are monocrystalline and they can be able to perform under all weather conditions. So this I have a charge controller here already. And this charge controller is controlling the charge that is coming from the solar panel all the way to my battery. That is my charge controller. So from here, what you are able to see is I'm using. If I can press, that is the incoming solar voltage, and that is output voltage from the battery. When the battery will be drained, it will not allow a voltage below 10.7. So that is our inverter there. Sorry, that is our charge controller. And it is so important for you to note that a charge controller is very, very important when it comes to solar power, because solar power will charge a battery to a point whereby the battery can even explode if at all that charging is not monitored. So if you are charging a battery using a solar panel, you must ensure that you have that charge controller. The good thing about the charge controller is that it will make sure that once the battery is full, or once the battery is fully charged, it will cut off the supply from the solar panel, and it will ensure that the battery is not overcharged. Again, an important aspect when it comes to the charge controller and the battery is that whenever the battery is in use, you know, it can easily be uh, drained by the appliances that you have connected to it, whether you're using an inverter or you have connected appliances that use direct current. If at all these output is not monitored, then the battery can be drained. For lead acid batteries, they're usually drained up to 50%. Further draining of such a battery will mean that it will damage it. We also have batteries that we refer to as lithium ion. This is the latest technology, and the lithium ion can be used up to 80% or even up to 90%. That is how efficient a lithium ion battery is. And so it is important to have a charge controller which will ensure that panel. Let's say we are talking about a water pump. A water pump which can be used to irrigate our farms directly or to pump water gets to operate directly as long as there is presence of sunlight or as current from the source or from whatever source of energy, and they are able to operate optimally. They are able to operate very well. These appliances, especially when we talk about the pumps, will draw water from a well, from a borehole, and even pump that water to a farm, you know, or even pump the water overhead to storage tanks. So that will mean that you have really made a good use of your solar panels or the presence of sunlight. Remember, when, for instance, we are talking about sunlight, it is important to note that this is a free resource. Once we have it, it is good for us to make good use of it because you know what? This sunlight is able to uh, provide the energy that is required by this panel, and this panel is able to convert that energy to useful electricity, which again will either charge our batteries or even directly be used for such purposes as pumping water, running motors, which are mostly used in the farms. Another important reason why you need to go solar is because you see currently we have power lines that have a lot of issues when it comes to maintenance. Enough maintenance has not been done as you would expect. And so that means that any fault that is on that power line may travel all the way to our houses and affect us in one or two ways. For instance, if there is a problem on the power line that can result to you know that can result to a power set, that problem can travel through the conductors or the wires all the way uh, from the and burn the appliances or probably damage them. Sometimes these power surges are even more catastrophic and can even cause electric fires. These electric fires can burn down our homes and destroy our property and before we know it, we have lost a lot of money in terms of our investments. Sometimes these electric fires can cause a lot of pain in us, emotional pain, and even uh, have someone injured in the process or even killed. So we don't want to get to that point, but if you have such challenges, it is important for you to now consider going solar. Going solar will help you because once you have your own system, you are able to, control it from the onset. You can control the solar panel that even where you want to install the panels, could it be in the roof, or if you have enough space outside there, you can have it there where you can be monitoring it, and then you can have your system organized in a way that if you have a solar inverter, you are able to monitor it. There are some inverters which are so intelligent and come equipped with an app whereby we can monitor our system remotely. So wherever you are in the world, you are able to check your system and be able to determine is it operating as you want it to operate. So that is also another reason why you need to go solar. When it comes to the budget, again, it will come in handy and it will help you in so many ways because assuming you are paying a lot for electricity bills or the tokens that you are buying monthly or weekly, once you have this system installed, then you are good to go in this manner. Remember, because you're paying for these electricity tokens regularly, depending on your use, once you have this system, you will have constant supply of electricity because you're even able to store this electricity in the batteries for use later. Now, especially during the day, you have inverters which are very smart that once the batteries are full, they will simply convert that power on the that is coming from the panels to use at that particular point when there is sunlight, sufficient sunlight, and there is an appliance or appliances that you have connected. So this panel will be able to power those appliances directly. So meaning you'll be using the solar panels or the sunlight directly all the way to your appliances, saving a lot because again sunlight is free. Remember, whenever the batteries are in use, then it means that their lifespan is reducing. So if the sizing of your solar panel was done well, if the sizing of your batteries together with the inverter was done well, so that during the day you will get to a point whereby the panels have already fully charged the batteries, and therefore the excess power that comes from the panels is directly fed to your appliances. So that one will mean that it will save you a lot. The batteries will not be drained or the batteries will not, be used constantly. That will mean that they will serve you for a longer period of time. Solar panels can go up to 25 to 30 years. That is in terms of their lifespan. Batteries can go for 5 years, especially when we are talking about the normal lead acid batteries. But when it comes to the technology such as that of the lithium ion batteries, they can serve you even 3 times, almost 4 times. And the good thing about the lithium batteries, for the lead acid, you can drain them up to 50%. But when it comes to the lithium ion batteries, you can use them up to 80% or even 90%. So meaning they are going to give you a lot of service and a window of operation. Now, if you're getting some solar value, give me some likes. I would really appreciate. Can see if you'll be watching uh, MCB, we have the DC circuit breaker, we will have that, be it the main switch or the isolator will have that, be it that circuit breaker or the MCB that we connect at the output level will have that, will show you all the connections that are done. So if you're not subscribed, ensure that you subscribe so that you don't miss any episode that I will be talking about. Also, if you are interested in a certain topic, let me know, of course, in the comment sections, and I will be glad to tackle it so that we really advance. I see some likes coming in, and I'm so grateful for that. My name is John, and this is Top Heights Electrical and Electricians. Let me know where are you streaming from, and how is your day coming along. When we talk about going solar, there are so many things that we need to consider. We know that we are supposed to size up a system that will be able to sustain us in case there is no grid power that is coming in. This means that if at all we have cloudy days, that means the cloud will be covering our panels, meaning the panels will not be receiving maximum sunlight, which is required to convert the sunlight energy all the way to charging our battery, or meaningful electricity to charge our battery or for use with our appliances. And come to think about it, the inventor of these solar panels or the solar is actually a great person, did a great job, because imagine converting a certain source of energy into another so that you can be using it for greater work. Potential energy can be converted to kinetic energy. An example is a dam. So this, let me not go into that lecture, but this is a great example where you can convert the solar or probably the sun rays into useful electricity, and it's very, very useful because we use it in our homes and it saves us in a lot of ways. So why should you go solar? Let me know in the comment section, why do you think at this day and age in 2024 you need to go solar? Of course, for me, I would go solar simply because I want to save on power. I want to save on the bills that I am paying. And my good friend Self-Made TV says, personally, I use solar to pump water. Wow, incredible. Self-Made TV, good to see you here. Thank you so much for your time. You use solar because you pump water. Imagine, assuming you are using electricity, my good friend Self-Made TV, you would be paying for the bills. Again, probably those pumps that you use or that pump may be having a lot of issues because maybe voltages from the national grid sometimes may be fluctuating. But you know what? With solar and with the right gadgets that are able to give a stable power supply, of which you can control that, you are able to have stable power going to your pumps, and with that you are able to power your pumps well, get a stable power supply, and pump your water. All right. Installing solar surprise you or even shock you in equal measure. But the good thing is that with time, you will really be enjoying the fruits or probably enjoying your decision, because now from there, henceforth, there will be little to no maintenance, especially when you're talking about monthly costs. Again, when it comes to bills, there is nothing that you are paying in terms of electricity bills because sunlight is free. Let me know, why would you choose to go solar today in 2024? If electricity is expensive, or probably electricity is inconveniencing in terms of several blackout sessions in your area, then you definitely are considering going solar, or you probably have gone solar already because of those many frustrations. When it comes to sizing up of your solar, we always at Top Heights Electricals and Electricians do a very important thing, and that is called reverse engineering the whole process. Like in electricity, you'll be asked, do you have a transformer near your home? Or how far is the national grid from your home? But when it comes to solar, we first start with the end in mind. We start with what appliances do you have in your home? Do you have a fridge? And what is the wattage of that fridge? Are you using your iron box? Are you using your washing machine? And another important question that we will ask in this case is, how often or for how long are these appliances in use in a single day? So that within a period of 24 hours, we are able to come up with the number of hours that are in use and the voltage, I mean the wattage or the capacity that you require. Now, with that, we'll be able to size up a battery that will be able to satisfy your need in that particular day. And then from there, we will come up with a solar panel system. You know, we will calculate probably if at all you're using 1000 watts in a single day, then we will need solar panels that can deliver 1000 watts plus in a single day. So we'll calculate, let's say in a single day, we will uh, have to assume that your solar panels are receiving an exposure of 5 hours sunlight or probably 4 hours depending on where you are. And therefore, we'll be able to come up with the correct number of solar panels that can actually charge your batteries in a single day from 0 to 100%, so that even at night you'll be able to operate your appliances without having to worry of shortage of electricity that is coming from your solar power or the entire system that you are using. If, for instance, you want to go solar, what appliances do you have? All right. What home appliances do you have? And then, if you have the lightings, how many lighting points do you have? What is the rating of these lighting points? So you can have fun while calculating your power need by starting with the end in mind. Now, if you have a bulb, what is the rating of that bulb? If at all it is 5 watts, how many of those do you have? And for how long do you use them in a single day? Assuming you have bulbs only, so your need is lighting, I can give you a simple homework to do. Now, if you have 5 watts bulb, you have probably three of them, or you have five of them. So that means that you have uh, let's say 25 watts, assuming that you have 5 watts bulb, and those bulbs are 5 in total. So you take 5 multiplied by 5, that is 25. Now, again, for how long are you using them in a day? Let's say you're using them for 3 to 5 hours, so we'll take the maximum, we'll take 5 hours. If you're using them for 5 hours, then that is 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. So what is that? Then we get 25 multiplied by 5, that is 75. So your power need will be 75 watts. So that is how we calculate. We go to the battery and finally we conclude with the solar. So that system must be able to sustain your power needs. That is how we arrive at a system. So I'm giving you a homework. Assuming you have 75 watts, that is in terms of your power need, you do not need to you do not want to have a battery that will only give you 75 watts, but a battery that will give you power need that is above that. So what do you think the size of your battery should be? right? When it comes to also solar power or solar panels, what panels do you think you need for you uh, to receive the charge for your batteries? Now, in the coming videos, I will be talking about the sizing up as well as talk about the inverters and whether you need an inverter. What I've been advocating you also charge electricals and electricians. See you in the next one. Make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss an episode from us. Goodbye for now.